Hey everybody, welcome back to a new Tanki Classic video. Now today we're going over a post that Hazel, the head developer, head admin of Tanki Online, responded to in a pretty lengthy paragraph. A lot of people haven't seen this because it's in Russian, and of course, there's obviously no English translation, so I have to auto-translate it myself. It kind of sucks that we don't have any real communication in English, so I have to translate it because at the end of the day, translations aren't 100%, so we're only going to get a small picture of what Hazel was trying to say here. But we'll translate the page here. Obviously, it is a translation at the end of the day again, so you have to take everything with a little bit of a grain of salt. So the topic is called Mass Testing of Tanki Online. You scroll down, you see Hazel responding to, will you pay extra in rubies for participating in testing? Now, I think someone's asking, like, will people get rubies in the main game or maybe even in Tanki Classic if they play in testing and give feedback and all that stuff? And so let's go ahead and read what Hazel says. No, I will charge money for additional access. Obviously joking here. All right, jokes aside, so far the preliminary assessments are borne out. Of course, this is only a paid alpha test right now with plans for account wipes. A huge thank you to everyone who decided to participate in the process. Nevertheless, this is a clear example of what will happen if the game has low online traffic. He's of course responding to basically there being no battles in the game and no one's really playing because it's early testing and you have to pay $60 plus to actually get into early testing. And that's important to remember and understand. The game definitely needs to be adapted to a reality where all ranks should be able to play against all other ranks. No, just no. I mean, that's not Tanki Classic. I don't think all ranks should be able to play against all other ranks in the game because then at that point, ranks don't matter. Just have it be one base thing, one base rank. Everyone starts at legend. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, there's low players in Tanki Classic early testing because you have to pay $60 to get early testing. I don't think it's going to be as big of a problem when the game fully releases, at least for the first like 6 months or so. It might run into that problem far down the line when it's been 2-3 years, but as long as we're getting good updates, I don't think it's that big of a problem. I mean, you look at one of the Tanki ripoffs, it's not really that big of a problem. People are able to find ranks and battles, at other ranks. A small core will exist permanently, but the core will be small. And playing against the core for those who didn't make it in time for the server launch will be a completely pointless endeavor. Now, what Hazel here is saying is, after the first few months of Tanki Classic releasing, if people want to play the game and start off, they're not really going to be able to because they're going to go against try-hard players at lower ranks. I don't think this will be a big issue if you keep the old balance from 2016, where when you're at low rank, you're not going to have M3 combos. Everyone's going to have around MO to M1. If people have M1 combos, they're going to be a little bit harder to kill, but it's not going to be as hard as trying to kill someone with an M3 combo when you don't have an M3 combo. I think the balance from 2016 is better for this rather than having it where every single person, no matter your rank, can get M3 pretty easily, because then just remove ranks from the game because ranks wouldn't matter at that point if they're just a visual indicator if everyone else has M3 no matter the rank they're at, you know what I mean? Thinking that range limits will have an impact on balance is a dead end. I hope he's not talking about range or rank limits for M1 through M3. Strengthening rank limits would be a fundamental mistake that will ultimately break the game. I see no point in explaining once again that hoping for some magical newcomers for Classic is futile. I'll just point out that I continue to see players proposing solutions that view Classic through this lens. So he's obviously talking about all of us, the videos we've been making, that Tanki should change the game balance to the 2016 game balance because we think it's going to be better. He's obviously addressing us here, where he's saying the people who think that you should add rank limits for MO through M3 don't understand what the game's going to be like, and that adding rank limits for MO through M3 is a pointless endeavor. I don't know if I agree with this. Yes, he has a point, right? If the game is completely dead, starting off from scratch is going to be near impossible because everyone else is going to have super high ranks and super high combos, and no matter what, you're going to have to join some of these battles because the game is dead. But you have to look at it the other lens. You can't look at Tanki Classic as already being a failure. If you already view the game as a failure, I think you're looking at it through the wrong lens. In my opinion, Hazel is looking at this game like it's only going to have 1,000 active players in general, when I just think that's a terrible way to go about it, in my opinion. I don't think looking at the game and how it's going to be in a year from release is a good way to look at any game. If any game looked at how they're going to make the game for after the honeymoon phase of the launch, you're just making a subpar game because you're not trying to make the game to succeed, you're just trying to make it survivable post-launch, which I don't know if it's the right way of going at it. There will be no new players in Classic, forget it and understand that. See, that's just kind of like a failure mindset, you know? Like you're looking at the game as being a failure before it's even out fully. It just, oh my, this is giving me such like a negative look at the future of Tanki Classic and Tanki in general, because this is just it's a mindset that you shouldn't be in when you're making a game. You shouldn't be in the mindset that the game is going to be a failure down the road and it's only going to have a small amount of players, because then why are you making it, right? If you thought that was the case, then you should have just made like a filter for normal Tanki where you can at least toggle the filter where it looks like old Tanki, because that's basically where we're going to be with Tanki Classic. I don't know. Let's keep reading it. There are several options for how to handle the rank limit expansion. The simplest, which has already been implemented in testing, is compressing the difference in power between MO and M3. I really don't want to push it to the point where there's no difference in gun damage or hull protection between the modifications, but I think it is important to continue compressing it until newcomers can comfortably play at maximum rank limit against existing players. So it looks like Hazel plans to push the difference between MO and M3 to like a very small margin, to where you upgrade MO to M1, very small difference, M2 to M3, very small difference, to where someone with M1 isn't going to be that far off of a person doing damage with M3. Again, I don't like this idea. This isn't Tanki Classic at the end of the day. This is making a game that looks like Tanki Classic, but has the game balance of something we've never had before, which it's not Tanki Classic in my opinion. Of course, a wipe is needed so that everyone can experience the effects of these changes. We're preparing the first wipe soon. That's nice. With the first wipe, we decided to jump ahead with work on the premium account. Purchasing it through a subscription will, of course, still be unavailable given future wipes are planned. However, the benefits of a premium subscription will already be activated. What's important to know, experience bonus, the bonus will be slightly lower, only 25%. So with the wipe, they're reducing experience earned by 25%. You can create battles. Players without a premium account will not be able to create battles. However, they will be able to play existing battles in the battle list and create a standard battle by clicking the start battle button. So they're making it when they wipe, they're going to add the premium account, and the only way you can create battles is with the premium account. And the ability to write in chat is only going to be available with the premium account. And during the testing period, soon when they wipe it, you're going to be able to buy the premium account for crystals. The price will be significantly reduced, of course. After the wipe, we plan to add automatic bonuses for purchased early access accounts. So I think they'll add more stuff in your Tanki Classic early access account throughout the wipes so that people who bought higher versions of the early access will get bonuses in early access. I think that's what he's trying to say. You'll be able to earn containers and reopen them in each wipe. Silver and gold pass holders will also receive a premium account along with these bonuses. Okay. So again, it's just early access at the end of the day. Like all these bonuses, they're nice, but they're nice for like a day because it's early access, right? It's not the real full game. You're just testing stuff. We're also considering offering additional access to buyers of new standalone joint venture or to bronze pass buyers, but without buying premium account but without premium account access. So it looks like they're considering giving people who bought the bronze offer, which is like $10, the option to play Tanki Classic just without the premium account. Again, I like this idea. Early access should not cost $60. $10 is still a leap. It should be free. Early access should be, but if you're going to charge, at least let the bronze pass owners also get access to Tanki Classic early access. That's what I think. Yeah, and then you expand the current number of participants, and we're not going to see as many problems with the amount of players in early access as we do right now, in my opinion at least. And yes, the battle creation system really needs to be fixed. The settings buttons are there, but they don't work. If you want to limit your lifespan by rank, you'll have to do that yourself when creating a battle. As I mentioned above, I don't think you'll have anyone to play with in that case, but you can try to prove otherwise. So he's, I guess, talking about changing the creation, and I don't even know what to say. Like, there's some good news here, right? Like, wipes coming, changes are coming, but it definitely looks like we're not getting a change in the game balance. You'll have to let me know what you guys think about this in the comments down below. Don't forget to use credit tag Taspens if you're going to spend money in the item shop. I'll see you guys in a future video. Peace out, everybody.